Yo guys, what's going on? My name's Chris. Welcome to the channel. Guys, I got a heater for you today, and this is a topic that really needs a lot of help in 2022 and for the next couple of years, which is don't make these mistakes as a leader. Old school management plagues companies, businesses, and countries along with corporations. And that's the same reason why businesses can't keep their employees long term. The good news is I'm going to teach you servant leadership, the do's and don'ts of servant leadership, and how I've created a super loyal audience base, customer, client, and employees to the point that it's changed my life and, more importantly, their life. I'm going to give you all this next. Let's go. All right. Don't make these mistakes as a leaders, guys. Number one, and most importantly, you don't know everything. So don't think you do, especially in front of your team. You want to question yourself or let your ego rule when you're not in front of your team? That's one thing. I don't recommend it, but if you act like you know everything and never listen to your team, ask for their feedback, ask for their perspective, ask for their opinions even, you're losing out on their experience and how they can help you and your company grow. Whether you're employed as a leader or you own a company and you're leading, you have to understand that you don't know everything. And you very well might be right a lot. And even if you're that leader who's right a lot, you still need to listen to your people often on what they have to say. And I guarantee you, you will learn a lot. Remember, 2 ears, one mouth. Listen more. Speak less. All right, second mistake. Don't make this mistake as a leader. Number two, think your people work for you. Guys, they don't. You want to know who works for who? Fundamentally, if you're a leader, if you own a business or you're employed as a leader, you guys work together. All right? You guys work together. And understand that it's going to take teamwork for you guys to reach the levels that are possible. That teamwork is understanding that no one is more important than each other and everybody works together. That is the point to teamwork. That is the point to leadership is if you're in the leadership position, you lead the team. The team doesn't work for you. You work for them. All right. Don't make this mistake as a leader. Number three, losing your cool all the time in front of your team. All right, guys, I was in the military, so I've literally had this happen for 5 years straight. And you know what happens when you let's back up. Listen, you're going to lose your cool here and there. It happens, okay? And if you respect your team 99% of the time and help them out, when you make a mistake and lose your cool, they're going to be a little bit more receptive as long as you're not being like aggressive and disruptive and threatening, okay? But understand that will happen in your career, but what I'm talking about is losing your cool all the time, okay? So if you lose your cool all the time, this is what's going to happen. You're going to break your trust. You're going to break the trust with your team. They're going to lose faith in you, and they're going to lose respect for you, which means you're going to lose them. And that's what happens when you lose your cool all the time. I've been under it, meaning leaders that have lost their cool all the time, and early on in my leadership journey, I did as well, and I lost everything that I just told you. So leaders, don't make that mistake. If you got to cool off, step out of the room. And if you got to do that multiple times a day, do it. Oh, and additionally, one of the best ways to combat anger is to exercise. Don't make this mistake as a leader. The fourth thing, showing up late and leaving early. All right? Just because you're the leader doesn't mean that you get to show up late and you get to leave early. Actually, this is what it means. If you're the leader, you get the opportunity to show up early and leave late and show your team how it's done. If you show them how it's done, they will have a firsthand example of how it's done. They are going to follow your lead and have a well-performing team when it comes to getting things done, especially when you need all hands on deck. If you have a serious problem, you need all hands on deck, and you need to get something done, okay? Listen to me, guys. Listen to me quickly, all right? If you show up early and leave late, they will follow suit and be there for you. If you leave early, if you show up late and leave early, they're not going to be all hands on deck for you. They're going to have some sort of excuse. So don't make that mistake. Number 5, guys, don't make this mistake as a leader, which is not developing your followers, your employees, whatever it might be, your team, personally. All right? Don't make that mistake to develop them professionally first and not them personally first. When you take care of your team personally and work on their personal development with them personally, even if it's a half hour a week or a half hour a month, something, anything, develop your people personally first and they will get better. And when they get better, your team, your company, your organization will get better too. All right, number 6, and this is a high-level piece of advice, guys. Don't make this mistake as a leader, which is not explaining your vision to your team, to your people, to your employees, to your tribe, to whatever you want to call it, and not telling them how to play a key role in it. So what does that mean? That means as a leader, what you want to do is you want to paint your vision as often as possible. As often as possible. It might need to be done daily. Paint your vision daily, and more importantly, tell them how they're an integral part of that vision. And they will go to bat for you because they have a feeling of belonging. They have a feeling of importance, and they feel like they're doing something bigger than just living their lives because they're contributing to your team, to your business, to your life, to your mission, to your purpose, to your vision, whatever it might be. Make sure you paint that vision and connect it to them specifically on how they are responsible for that vision happening by what they do on a daily basis. All right, guys, if you need some clarification on any of this, any questions on leadership, guys, let's jump on a call on me. No investment. If you want to jump on a call with me, guys, I'm happy to give you my perspective. All you got to do is book it in that call, and the way to do it is in the show notes. All right, guys, that's what I got for you today on the do's and don'ts of leadership. I hope you learned something, guys. If you did learn something or have a question, drop it in the comments below. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Is it because I'm glowing, Paola?
Probably.
It's because I'm glowing?
Yeah.
Everywhere.